Hello, bright light. How are you doing today? Welcome to the last day of the Back to the Basics series. I always do this, Back to the Basics series, where today we are talking about noticing the now. So I am super grateful and appreciative for all you guys that have been tuning in, that have been asking me questions about this series, about, being really curious about learning more about yourself, about digging deeper, about allowing that curiosity to guide you rather than feeling curious and just automatically kind of putting a wall in front of yourself and saying, no, 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 I can't explore this. I can't think further about this thought or this emotion because it's just going to cause me pain. And yeah, that's what happens when you start exploring your emotions and your beliefs. It does bring pain. But to actually understand what that pain means brings you towards empowerment. And ladies, this is what we need. We want to enter 2021 empowered, feeling in control of our life, right? And if this resonates with you, if this is the person that you want to walk into 2021 feeling, let me know in the comments below, even if you're watching the replay, because why wouldn't you? And this is what I want to offer you as a coach, is to feel empowered, to feel like you can start placing yourself first, to feel like you can tend to your inner queen, your inner goddess, whatever name you have for her, with ease, with confidence, without any type of worries, or not even caring about what other people might say. So, with that being said, if you haven't already, make sure to check out day 1, where I talk about setting the foundation. So really identifying who you are, what are your values, what do you stand for, creating these pillars in your mission statement that you will carry with you throughout 2021 and even throughout the rest of your life. But this foundation that you set for yourself, you're always going to come back and check to it. That's why this series is called Back to the Basics. So go check that out to learn a little bit more about, creating that game plan for yourself in 2021. And also check out day 2, where I talk about reconnecting with your true self, your authenticity, who you actually are, the parts of you that make you who you are, but that you've kind of forgot about, that you've kind of ignored along the way of life, especially after some type of life transition, some type of hardship, some type of event that has really altered your beliefs and your mindset. So make sure to check that out. And even as I was saying before, even in the beginning of this live, this series, Back to the Basics, is really all about gaining clarity for yourself. Because as I've continued, as I've been mentioning throughout the past 3 days, we are constantly evolving, just like the seasons around us. Just as there is winter, there is spring, there is summer, and there is fall, just like the seasons are constantly changing, the seasons are there to also be a reflection of the type of phases we also go through. We're in winter now. Everything around us, they're releasing. They're showing us the ability to release and let go to that change. And that is a reflection of what we are also doing. We are also letting go and releasing of the things that no longer serve us, the beliefs that we tell ourselves that are limiting us from our goals, the emotions, the unhelpful emotions that we continue to ignore. Right? So we are being able to let go of all this stuff, but we need to identify it first. We need to identify what exactly are these beliefs, what exactly are these emotions that are holding us back, that we need to let go as we continue moving forward into winter. So then when spring comes, we are blossoming, we are thriving, ladies, thriving, because we are ready, we've released, we've let go, we've surrendered to the process, just like the trees around us, just like the weather is showing us this ability to do so. So, with that being said, back to the series is all about gaining that clarity. So if you haven't caught up, or if you haven't watched day 1 and day 2, make sure to do that, because like I said, these are the tips that are explained throughout this series, is tips that you can take with you throughout the rest of the year, because you're constantly going back to the basics. You're constantly checking back in with yourself. You're constantly making sure that the foundation that you set, that you're still aligned with that foundation. You're still checking in to make sure that you haven't lost certain traits of yourself along the way as you meet new people, as you are presented with new opportunities as well. And you are constantly noticing the now to ground yourself, to increase your self-awareness and your self-insight about yourself, to make that connection between your mind and body. And that is exactly what we're focusing on today by noticing the now. So I also just wanted to mention that no matter what kind of journey you are also on, whether it be your spiritual awakening, whether it be you are, focusing on your emotional and your mental and your well-being, wellness, whatever your journey is, these are tools. Going back to the basics is something that we all do, no matter what your journey is. Even if your journey is a fitness journey, right? And you're focusing on getting your dream body, you still need to check back in to make sure that you are taking the right actions that are aligned to your authentic self and to your true heart desires. So no matter what it is, no matter what your goal is, and if you want to share below, let me know what your goal is as you move into 2021. You are going to come back to these practices because knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, creating a deeper connection, a more intimate relationship with yourself, right? And being aware of the moment, being present is what is allowing you to evolve as a person. Right? And this increase of self-awareness and self-insight is how you transform. But knowing what you do with this knowledge that you gain about your emotions and your beliefs and just who you are as a person, having this knowledge and knowing what you're going to do with this knowledge is how you then transform, right? Because we could learn all these things about our emotions, our beliefs, and kind of still stay stuck, not know how exactly we are moving forward, not knowing how exactly we are releasing, or not knowing how exactly to heal the parts that hurt inside, right? So knowing how you are then going to do that is what leads to transformation. So even when you check out day 2 of reconnecting with your true self, we practice a little guided meditation to tune into your heart. And today we are going to be settling together. So even these 2 practices is how you can begin to do something different, to make a different choice with your emotions, with the beliefs that you're having, just the mood that you are feeling, right? When you feel off, you know that you can do something differently, whether it be settling, what we're going to do today, or whether it be you listening to a guided meditation. Are you talking yourself through whatever type of tension, sensations that you are feeling that don't feel good and you want to let go and release? Hello, Mom. Thanks for joining. My #1 supporter, guys. Love you so much. Thank you. So, with that being said, today we are going to be settling. And this is a technique that I've learned recently from an amazing woman. Her Instagram name is, she is the Trauma Queen on Instagram. And her name is Lauren. She is an amazing coach who focuses on somatic practices, which I felt super aligned with. It resonated with me so much. And I know within 2021, that is something that I'm going to be working on and learning more about so I can be able to provide some more somatic practices for you as well. So, with that being said, we are going to settle. So settling is not quite meditating. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. If you get a little overwhelmed or anxious when you're closing your eyes, leave your eyes open, but make sure that you are focusing on one place in the room, not that you're wandering around to make yourself feel more overwhelmed and distracted, and it just makes you feel it's a little harder to focus. So whatever you do, eyes closed, eyes open, up to you. Also, make sure that you are in a seated position. If possible, place your feet on the ground so you can feel nice and grounded as well. And just together, we are going to move our body around, let go of the tension of the day. It no longer serves you in this moment. This is your time. This is your me time. And like I said, we're not quite meditating, but we are going to be focusing on our breath. And throughout this settling process, and the reason it's called settling is because you are really becoming aware of any type of sensations, emotions, thoughts that are coming up, and just being present in this moment, in this room. So yes. So let's begin. Let's get our body moving. And as you move your shoulders, as you move your neck side to side, you can take deep breaths in and out. Okay, and once you feel ready, once you feel done moving your body around, I want you to place your feet on the ground, planted on the ground. I want you to place your hands on your lap. And together we are going to take a deep breath in. Exhale. Don't worry about how your exhale sounds as you're exhaling. Just make sure to get all the tension that you've been holding on to today. Let it go. Let it go. Take another inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Inhale the sensation and emotion that you desire in this moment, whether it be peace or joy. Inhale. Exhale. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, it doesn't have to be deep breaths, but just make sure to continue breathing in and out. And I want us to start focusing on our body in this moment. There is nowhere you need to be. There is nowhere you need to go. Your tasks will still be there after this moment. So allow yourself the space to feel alive, to connect with your mind and body. Allow yourself to feel this moment. And with each breath, you allow your face to relax. You can let your jaw drop. You can let your shoulders fall. Let go of the burden that's placed on our shoulders. Let it roll off. Notice how your belly feels as you inhale and exhale. Notice your belly's ability to expand with each inhale. And release the air from your belly with each exhale. Notice how your hips feel on the chair that you are sitting on. Allow your legs to just fall. Let them hang. Your feet are planted on the ground. And I want you to take this moment, this space that you are creating for yourself to connect with your mind and body, to connect with the now, to notice any sensations that are coming up for you, any emotions that have been suppressed, that you have ignored? What is coming up for you? Notice any tension and notice where this tension is lied. Where is it located in your body? Continue breathing in and out, allowing yourself to get deeper within, to connect with your inner being, with yourself, with this moment. And notice if there's any tension in your neck, in your chest, in your hands. Notice any emotions, sensations, thoughts with acceptance, being open to receive the guidance that your inner being is sending you in this moment. Breathe in and out. I want you now to notice the space around you. How does the space around you feel? What is the temperature in the room like? Is it warm? Is it cool? Or is it cold? How does the energy in the room that you are in feel? Does it feel light? Does it feel heavy? Notice the energy around you. Continue breathing. Don't forget about your breath. Any random thoughts that pop in, it's okay. You welcome them. You observe them. And you let them go. As you continue to bring your focus back to the moment, I want you now to focus on the chair that you are sitting on. Focus on the support. Where do you feel most supported? Do you feel the support on your back? Do you feel the support under your butt? Where do you feel the most support in this moment, in the chair that you are sitting on? Notice that support. What does the support feel like to you? Is it comfortable? Is it light? Does it make you feel safe? Notice, be open. And I want you to go back to noticing the tension or any emotions that have come up in this moment. I want you to place your attention, I want you to place your breath, which each breath that you inhale air into the space of tension. How is this tension, this emotion, this sensation, how is it making you feel? Be open to the emotion with love and acceptance without judgment. And as you focus on this place, I also want you to remember the support that you feel from your chair. I want you to focus on both of these areas, on the sensation that you've noticed and the support that you feel from your chair. Take your time, and if nothing is coming up, that is okay. That is okay as well. Just being still with yourself and noticing anything that does come up. And if you feel any anxiety, any worries, know that you are supported by the chair you sit on. It is holding you, it is supporting you, it is grounding you. Let's take one deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale. And I want you now to slowly return back to your physical room. Come back to this space, slowly moving your body. In a way that feels good. And as you open your eyes, I want you to open your eyes like curtains, nice and slowly. And as you open your eyes, I want you to just focus on one place in the room. So on the count of 3, begin to open your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Noticing your room. Look around. Notice how it's making you feel. And also noticing if you don't wish to look around your room. Noticing what sensation or emotion is coming up for you for not wanting to look around. Was it that the energy around your room felt tense? And it just felt like something you knew you didn't want. Be observant. Be observant. And also let me know, how are you feeling in this moment? The whole point of settling, as I mentioned before, is also to just be aware and explore, explore the suppressed emotions and limiting beliefs with kindness, being open to it, being open and willing to receive these types of signals, because our emotions, our beliefs, the sensations that we feel, the energy that we feel expanding and moving within us, they're just signs. They're letting us know that either we're receiving energy, the energy's moving within us, or it's letting us know that it's time to heal. It's time to explore. It's time to really understand what this emotion is trying to tell us. So as you settle, it's all about just noticing the moment, being still with yourself, being still with the space around you, right? Because we can take care of our mind and body, but also we are energetic beings, just like everything else around us, physical objects, people. So your room, your surroundings have energy. You also want to be mindful and aware of what that energy around you also feels like, since these are the places that you spend most of your time in, especially if you're working from home. So noticing how that energy feels like, being aware, being open. And if you did feel any type of tension as you were breathing in and out, as you were settling, take out your journal after this and reflect on that. Reflect on the sensation, because as we are breathing, yes, we have the power to release it, but sometimes it is not enough to just release with our breath. So journaling about it, even dancing, letting your body just flow freely is also a great way to release that tension, that energy that is the energy that is creating this tense, heavy feeling within you. So there's different types of practices that you can use, and if you're feeling curious about learning what these practices are, you can always message me and we could talk more about what is the right practice for you. There's so many different types of practices you can use, and knowing the right one for you is what's going to continue to create this transformation. Because as you gain the knowledge, as you gain the awareness, you'll also have tools, right? The right practices, the inner work practices that can help you further unfold the layers with the knowledge that you are gaining. Thank you. So yes, so let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. If you don't feel comfortable doing so, definitely message me separately and we could talk a little bit further about this, because sometimes when you first practice settling, it can be intense because we usually don't take the time to slow down and to really reflect on what is happening within us, to just slow down and be still and be in the moment. Also, understanding that as you practice settling, understanding that any of the emotions, the sensations, the beliefs that come up do not define you. So often we can say, I am anxious, I am sad, I am, tense, I am scared. But when we say I am, you are defining yourself, you are labeling yourself to that emotion. But the emotions that we feel don't define us. They don't label us. It's not a label here that we have on our forehead. Our emotions that we experience, whether helpful or whether positive, is just a signal letting us know that we need to make a different choice or that we're on the right path if we are experiencing a positive emotion. So just understanding that as you are doing this settling practice, exploring all the sensations with kindness, with just being open, with being an explorer. You are an investigator pretty much within your emotions, right? We're doing that audit that I was talking about in day one of setting the foundation. We have to do an audit. We have to check back in to see what's working and what's not. So when you're settling, you're doing the same thing. You're taking an audit to see what is happening. What are the sensations and emotions that are coming up that have probably been suppressed. So really understanding that they don't define you, that what you're experiencing, they are just tools. They are tools that you use that help you further grow with flow and ease, because you aren't holding any type of judgment or criticism towards these sensations. So that is it for day 3 of noticing the now, right? It was really all about practicing settling. And this is something that you can do when you first wake up in the morning, either midday, either before you go to bed. Is just create and hold that space, right? Like I was talking about yesterday, for reconnecting with your true self, no matter what type of inner work or mindset activity that you are practicing, you practicing it is you creating and holding the space for yourself to do the work, to do the inner work, to dive deeper for yourself. Because when you're creating this space, you're either removing yourself from a noisy area, you're entering a quiet space, you're entering a distraction-free space. Maybe you're putting on some headphones so you can really focus. You're taking these small little intentional action steps so you can make the most out of the experience, out of the space that you are creating and holding, to reflect, to increase your self-awareness, to gain clarity. Whatever your intention is throughout whatever practice you are using, that is the space that you are holding and creating. So if you have any questions about any of the 3 series of Back to the Basics, let me know, message me. And also stay tuned for my latest offer that is coming out in January. It's a 5-week group coaching program that is for the empowered women, the women who is tired of feeling unnoticed, who is tired of feeling unsatisfied, lost, and numb in life, who is ready to place herself first, to really tap into her inner goddess, whatever you call her, whether it's your badass chick, whether it's your inner goddess, whether it's your divine princess, whatever it is that you call her, really being able to tend to her, to take care of her in a way where you feel worthy doing so, where you don't feel guilty. And this program is also for the lady who is tired of being taken advantage of, who feels like everything she's doing is not working, who is ready to take a different chance for herself in 2021, who desires to feel respected, to feel confident, to experience inner peace and clarity. So if you're interested in learning more about this program, I will be talking more about it throughout the next few days and also when I come back from my own holiday break. But if you are feeling curious, you're a curious seeker, message me and we can talk some more to see if this is the right fit for you, especially if you are just starting off your self-growth, your self-development, or your spiritual or your emotional journey. So until then, I'm sending you so much love, so much positivity, and remember, create the space for yourself, ground yourself, create that alignment, because only you can do it. So sending you lots of love, and I will talk to you soon.